what's the most controversial thing? UFC BJJ, most controversial, most boring. They need a new promoter. Never get to the Kimura and think this, because he's going to take you for a ride. We're going elbow to elbow. You can fall this way, and really that way. That pressure. Yeah. Oh. Ideally, it's like, if I were to do it with one hand, it would be that. Yeah, get the control and then upgrade position. But once you got the control, you can be as slow as you want. Sometimes they will bridge and dictate how fast you go through it. Put your chin on their nose. Keep your elbow down. That's it, they're nice. And now, as everything falls, you're gonna come circle this way. Yeah. This might off balance here. You want to keep that down. If I was here and here, I might fall this way.
Okay.
So I would take everything to that side of that body.
Okay, thanks.
Hey guys, before we get back into the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you like it. Leave a comment down below if you like what we're doing. And in case you didn't know, when you're visiting BangtaoMuayThai.com, BangtaoFightStore.com, retail, merch, all of our stuff, enter in discount code YouTube10 for 10% discount off of everything. Enjoy the video.
Is that it? All right, guys, come in. So half guard is not just good for obviously pinning people and setting up pass progressions. Its main purpose is to prevent turtles. That's why wrestlers will hit a leg tuck on the way down so the guy can't belly out. So he's not only seeking this position, a lot of jiu-jitsu guys will put themselves in half guard. Half guard?
Half guard.
Yeah, you put me in half guard? Yeah. As a recovery tool. So he takes advantage of the idea that a lot of MMA fighters have jiu-jitsu coaches, so it meets in the middle. The bottom guy is seeking a position that will self-pin him, and Islam on top is quite happy to take a half guard top position, right? Come back this way a little bit. So again, like if you've seen a lot of his fights, like against Drew Dober, he's able to finish an arm triangle from half guard top position. So he's able to do that because he generates so much pressure off of his crossface. So we're going to talk about how he baits them through the crossface pressure to set up a trap for an arm triangle. But he'll use the arm triangle to pass as well, to progress position, obviously to finish the arm triangle itself, but also his opponent's defense to the arm triangle is what gives him perfect Kimura grips, right? So when we're in this half guard top position, I want any form of grip on the upper body. I want to be pulling myself into Joe here. So any grip. Obviously in an ideal world, I'd be looking to get my pinky finger to that far armpit, drag him across, and sink my hips onto him here. So now my entire body weight, it's a form of diagonal control. I've got this shoulder pinned with the pressure here, and my hips are tilted to pin this hip here. So it's like diagonal control for the back, but from half guard top. What I don't want you guys to do is exaggerate your hip pin to touch the ground, because now our weight's off of them here. So when we drop our hips, if you can pay attention to my foot position, and where my hips are floating off the ground, which means my weight is on Joe here. So now, how to bait the arm triangle. Joe's, generally speaking, a lot of guys are going to have a disciplined frame here, because we're trying to apply pressure in with our crossface here. Joe's feeling that pressure, and he's trying to push back against us. I over-exaggerate, again I can over-exaggerate my body weight slightly to my right, and I can start to glide up. When Joe pushes into me, that allows us to slip past. The pressure's so tight that I can slowly start to squeeze from here, and we can still get that pressure. So when someone frames into us and we slip it, their arm lands in perfect arm triangle position. So we can make them push back, really apply enough crossface pressure. They're trying to push away from us. That gives us the space to place a perfect arm triangle. A lot of the times we'll set it up with crossface pressure, or even sometimes a guy will stupidly try to bridge this way. And that gives us also a perfect slip towards the arm triangle. But again, guys, the key detail is diagonal control. Deep crossface, slight hip tilt. We climb our body diagonally to apply shoulder pressure that makes them want to relieve it. When we feel a strong push, we use our secondary hand to slip it. Forehead on the ground, next to their head. Second hand posted wide. We can climb high with our feet, keeping a nice knee pinch. Take as long as you want there, make sure you're stable. That's why we're on our head and our hand. We're going to be vulnerable to that side, so we overcommit weight to our posted side. And then you guys can slowly finish the arm triangle with falling pressure and a bicep activation. So both a pass and a submission threat. All right, guys, 3, 2, 1. The only way that we can ever turn belly down is, it sounds obvious, but if I'm here and weight's driven into me, I go backwards. If I'm here and weight's driven into me, I get pushed up. So when I'm in an arm triangle, my entire focus is this whip that my shoulder will follow. So here's my thoughts, right? It's like, I monitor your hips and cover your hips. That's first step. If I don't have an upper body control, I cover here. Once I've covered here, I look for any grip I can on your upper body. Once I've got some form of attachment, now I'll try to use my feet to get out of a lockdown configuration. Okay. But sometimes the lockdown's a good loop because I have to slide down the body to free it, and then climb back up and risk it again. So it is a good way to keep me battling here. So you'll see here, right, even this post I post here. So now, like, for you on bottom, right, if you try to sweep him to your, you can only go, really, you can only go this way, but his positioning's so good. Yeah. Before you go to mount, so keep your butterfly hooks in on top. I want you to wait for him to do a big bridge. He's gonna do it. That's our invitation to mount. And now we connect our hands, and I never want you to relieve this pressure. As we fall to this shoulder and the same side hip, slowly drag your chin towards their nose and slide up their body as your shoulder collapses. You get it, feel the pressure start, right? So I'm here and here. I'm always doing, you see how my body's circling towards the head? If I'm here, the pressure's not very strong. As I circle, I usually wait for a little bit of a bridge here. And now watch what I do with my body when I come up. And it requires very little squeeze.
When you already have everything, how do you work with the legs? Because you don't go to the full mount, right? You try to go to the other half guard, or
I might improvise, but like usually if it's against a really big guy, I might have to just go even here. Anything I can do, like okay. If I have to, I kick.
like you can go here.
Yeah, anything across body, This is probably easier for me to beat. Sometimes I end up even like locked down here. But the idea is that I'm dragging, and then just a light bicep flex. But I want him to feel the pressure from the first slip.
Yeah, that's probably something I was trying to reach with the other hand, but I was like, okay, maybe in the middle and then work.
Yeah, especially I just like almost like a gi, like you slap for the gi.
Okay.
I just pull myself.
Okay.
And now once I establish anything else, maybe even here, then I finger walk.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries. No, don't fall this way. If you come to your left, he's going to sweep you to his right.
Okay. I trust you here.
Don't look up until your right knee's on the floor on the other side of their body. Don't lock your hands until your right knee's on the floor on the other side of their body.
Don't lock my hand until my knee.
Your right knee's on the floor on the other side of their body. Here. And now you can lock hands. And now as everything falls, you're gonna come circle this way and chin up.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you gotta have full commitment that way, because you'll be vulnerable to be swept that way. More of this as early as possible.
Yeah.
So like keep this down. So we're here and here. My elbows down. This is my off balance here. We want to keep that down. You can even put this knee on top of their hip. That's it, that'll help you free your leg. Get that ankle free. Put your chin on their nose. Keep your elbow down. That's it, that's nice. Nice work, bro.
Like, once they're here, they kind of like go like this. Then is it still work from here? The same
I'd
thing, or
have to
that
beat.
different game?
Usually, I'd have to beat it. Usually, I would go here, and when you push back, and now look, we fan ourselves
In the same position.
and I over-exaggerate this side. Because I can fully commit here.
Yeah, I want.
Because now, you're not going to sweep me towards the crossface.
Yes.
But if I was here and here, I might fall this way.
Okay.
So I would take everything to that side of their body.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
No worries, bro.
You beat the initial.
Oh, I mean, that was just
Question.
it's a different move, but it depends what type of, like, if I grab here, I'll worry about my arm. You know what I mean? Like arm attacks.
Okay.
So I'm just, and as you push into me, I exaggerate my movement to this direction, right? I push, immediately I walk off. You see, I'm not here, I'm here. Oh, sorry. But like, once I get to a position, usually once I get my knee here, I feel good to now open my hands. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
So I'm circling.
You're not there when you're not going on the side. You stay.
Yeah.
Would you go on the side?
No, I'd stay, I just stay central.
Stable.
So if they beat the arm, I stay in mount or 3/4.
All right. Good. Thanks.
No worries. I guess, so remember, predominantly it's going to be a setup to a pass where he's almost using tripod mechanics with an arm triangle threat, right? He's building up to a head post, hand wide. But he also finishes a lot of fights with the Kimura. But he'll set up the Kimura when they defend the arm triangle threat. So oftentimes when we establish this position here, if Joe wants to beat the arm triangle, I want you to pay attention to what his thumb does. If his thumb stays pointed out at any point, I'm never going to get a Kimura, right? But the only way he's going to beat my head position here is if he rolls the thumb down, and now he has a lot more strength to come around. So again, if he doesn't roll the thumb, that's about the strength he has. Now when he rolls the thumb, he starts to get more power to clear it, but it gives us a greater chance at catching this position here. It's like a motorcycle style grip, right? So again, if the thumb's pointed in this direction, he's never going to beat the strength of our head circling. If he rolls his thumb down, he's much stronger to bring it through, but it also gives us the opportunity as it rolls to catch a perfect Kimura position here. And now when we talk about how people break grips simply, is he swims it inside, right? But if it's on the ground he tries to swim, it allows me to walk it up his body. So again, if we're in open space, he pummels the hand inside, he beats it. if we grab it and we place it on the ground, the more he rotates to beat the grip, the higher we can push that hand. So if we catch our arm triangle here and they're trying to beat it, watch how he rolls his thumb. It gives us a grip on it to place here. Now when he tries to beat that grip by rotating his thumb, I can push it as high as possible here. I'm also using my cross-face grip to create this compression. I want to drive pressure here. So once we've caught it, and I'm confident I've got my weight on top of her, I can come over the body, and you'll see I pull both his shoulder closer to his wrist, and I push his wrist closer to his shoulder, which gives us a really strong Kimura grip. It doesn't matter if he bridges, his hand comes under his body, we can allow it to come under his body. Now we can be as patient as we want here. You guys will find the pressure here is already pretty tight on the shoulder, but again, be as patient as you want. We keep our weight central onto them here. If the guy panics and bridges, we could step out. If not, we could bring our knee inside to free it, and we've landed in side control here. Now for me to finish this, I'm gonna walk my hips high, square first, then my hips are gonna face the head, and then I'm gonna step over the head. I keep my weight this direction. To finish the Kimura, I'm just going elbow to elbow here. And that's gonna break this bone. A lot of people make the mistake, they get a Kimura grip and they think they're gonna drag their arm behind their back, but that allows Joe to sit up, which we don't want. We wanna keep weight forward, and we're gonna go elbow to elbow. So my left elbow goes towards Joe's left elbow. And we get the break. So you see we get the break here, but obviously we have a lot more range of motion. It's attacking the bone here. So again, never get to the Kimura and think this, because it's gonna take you for a ride. We're going elbow to elbow to get the braking pressure. But again, if Joe's providing resistance against the arm triangle, straight arms it, he has to roll the thumb. That's our opportunity to get the catch and put our weight on top of it. Every time he tries to circle the wrist inside, it allows us to get it higher and higher. The higher this is, the more powerful the elbow to elbow break will be. So again, everything's the same, right? We've beaten this, we've placed our head on the ground, but Joe's trying to resist this powerfully. You can see here as the hand starts to come in, I can find it without looking for it. So I can grab and I put my body weight on top of it immediately. Obviously in a perfect world, we're catching it here. Sometimes we catch it down here. It doesn't matter, he tries to break the grip. Every time he breaks it, we're sliding it up the body. Once I'm confident it's within reach, and again, we're always compressing that cross face towards the wrist, we can come over the shoulder. I don't reach like this. I place my elbow above his shoulder here and apply that torquing pressure already. I pummel inside. And now we've already got a really strong Kimura grip. I keep weight on top. Either we can clear our knee line easy, or we bring our knee through to clear it. I keep weight onto Joe here. Again, we're in a reverse side control. Our hips are facing his hips. We want our hips to face his head. So I walk high, I switch under the shoulder, I keep weight forward. Again, never sit back, he's gonna sit up. I sit weight forward, I step over the head, and I keep my weight central on top of Joe. Now we can get the break without giving him any ability to sit up. So again, for the break, elbow to elbow, and just keep the wrist pushed under their armpit. And that's how he will use the arm triangle thread to find a perfect wrist grip to get to the Kimura. So we go through exactly what you just did to set up the arm triangle. Your training partner is going to realize that if he's got some power behind this, he gets limited here. So to get the extra strength, he creates the vulnerability for the Kimura. And from there, really patient, walking it up their body, because every time they do this, we can slide it up. We keep the compression from the crossface to the wrist. When we get the wrist high enough that we know we can reach it, that's when we go over the head, elbow to wrist pressure, connect. Now we've got a strong connection and we've got our balance. We can patiently beat the legs, reverse side, square side, hips face the head, step over the head, and most importantly, don't finish by allowing them to posture, elbow to elbow, and wrist under the shoulder. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Keep your head forward, and wait. This will be this. So really slow. I want this elbow, no. This way. No, elbow to elbow. That's it, yeah, that's it. That breaks that bone. Tuck this ankle.
Okay.
You can fall this way.
Okay.
And really that way. Yeah, like I'm doing that with my elbow. And see this? Try to go. More. Oh yeah, we'll be gentle. I want you to do.
Upward, like upward.
I did get the hand.
sorry.
That's okay, bro. Stay back a bit. Keep your head down.
And at the same time, elbow to elbow, still push their hand under their armpit.
Yes, sir.
Is that getting a tap? Yeah, sick. Yeah, your head can come up a bit, but I always tell people to keep it so we can plant it.
Yes, sir. Yes, if they try to shift it.
Yeah, they might go that way and then.
Use my forehead as post. I appreciate it.
No worries, man.
I like how you raise the elbow and bring it out. I've never done it like that before, and it really gets the tap a lot easier. But like you said, you can keep cross-side pressure, hip pressure, and then
the whole time.
Buck the other way, your forehead's on the mat.
This is Islam sets everything up from half guard.
Yeah.
I think he's the only guy that the trap lays. The submission threat starts here.
I love half guard.
Really like that. Don't loosen this at all, right? So I would even go that pressure. Yeah.
Okay. And then when you get the legs free,
Yep.
when do I free those?
As it comes natural, just establish the grip as best you can, keep your balance as best you can, take as long as you want. Ensure you're balanced, and slowly go for the sub.
So I go.
So let's say it's all established perfect here, right? Now, keep your weight here. Now drop your right hip to the ground and walk it up. And now step over the head and head post. Head post as you do it. And now you can apply the brake. Yeah, get the control and then upgrade position. But once you got the control, you can be as slow as you want. Sometimes they will bridge and dictate how fast you go through it.
So you get everything locked down and then you free your hips.
Exactly, yeah.
You don't even have to get the leg.
Yeah, theoretically you can finish from half guard too, you know?
Yeah.
When I'm in side control, I'll trap their arm with my hip position.
Just stop them from doing that.
Yeah, because Poirier did that escape to him. But it was fucking close, you know what I mean? Poirier.
It doesn't 100% matter, but it's bad.
Yeah, I would say it's like Poirier did it, and it was like, oh, fuck, I wouldn't rely on that, you know, like, because like if I move and I don't go, it's going to explode.
Not worth it.
But it did work for him, you know. He got his back taken. There's a risk armbar, but yeah, I would try to avoid them slipping it through.
Thank you.
Thanks, brother. Your right hand pushes that hand back. That's it, yeah. And it should break this bone before any shoulder damage.
You want to do some
Right now.
We don't have it with us.
Fucking oath, I do.
Hey, I can't seem to actually like get a tight finish on it.
I believe it. No, okay.
I'm kind of pushing in here, yeah?
Yeah. Now this one comes over. And still the same before you reach for it.
Yeah. Really have to push in there.
Yeah.
All right. And then I free the leg.
Yep. You hit the switch, step over the head. I want you to pull your head towards this direction.
Like that?
As you push this right hand this way, I want you to, this elbow is going to do that, but at the same time. There we go, yeah. Ideally, it's like, if I were to do it with one hand, it would be that.
Your tattoo are fake. How would you explain that?
They're fake? No, that's real.
Yeah. So
That's
can you
real.
explain that how it's real?
Oh, it feels good. Traditional tattoo, Thai style, traditional tattoo expression for Thailand, no?
So can you read that Thai? What does it mean?
I can't pronounce it anymore, I forgot, but do you want a bag? Do you want it in a bag?
Yeah, but actually it's a sai thung mai. That
Sai
kind
thung
of
mai.
like kind of sai thung is like.
What does that mean? What's the joke in Thai?
So it's sai thung mai. The straight meaning is like, do you want a plastic bag? But actually it's like, did you wear a condom?
Yeah. What's the most controversial thing? UFC BJJ. Most controversial, most boring. They need a new promoter. Guys, you ask whatever question you want. We'll give away a t-shirt.
Have you ever had black cock?
What's that?
Have you ever had black cock?
Not yet, no.
What made you get the 7-Eleven tattoo?
To be in touch with Thai culture.
What type of drugs are we taking tonight?
Whatever you can bring, I'll do it.
How many kathoey did you have last week? Lady boys.
Lady boys?
Yes.
Not enough, not enough.
What is your favorite takedown for MMA?
Pulling guard.